And, Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field. And, of course, at quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But, of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard to the 43. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks, he would not be denied there. He sticks him for the loss. On 2nd and 12, Lance. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it's 3rd and 4 now. This defense for the Buccaneers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them. You show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. Lance going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Throwing on second and long. Lance. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-4. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. To throw is Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Julio Jones here in Tennessee never really got going as he continued to battle injuries that followed him over from Atlanta. He believes he still has a couple of big seasons left in his career, and one more of those could see him climb into the top 10, or even the top 5 all-time in receiving yards.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Up the gut, Fournette. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again, it's Lance. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Lance. And it'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Lance with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So they drive 7 plays in length. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself. return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. A beautiful fake.
7 yards there and a first down.
Fournette really solidified his place with the Bucs last season. He ran for over 800 yards and 8 touchdowns and caught an impressive 69 passes. Tampa made sure he stuck around, too, giving him a new 3-year contract. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Man open, here is Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It appears that they run man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. Give them 18 on the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And this time he is in. Leonard Fournette with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point put through by Succop. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Lance. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want that every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here.
We begin in the NFC. Carolina making the trip north to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Giants who are out in front.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Kadarius Toney, a touchdown reception.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Play action, now it's Lance. That's out to Hill, right side complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes
things very difficult, but when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Room here to run. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They run it again with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The kick by Lutz is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the Tennessee very, very manageable. Things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you have to have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive in the 3rd quarter. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now Brady again. Over the middle to Evans. Touchdown. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckham. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A 10th carry for Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by Olave. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
The Lance going to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Lance. They'll get this out to Kamara, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a little bit from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on the defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. From the 29, Brady out route. He finds his man. It's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Now a play fake. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Clock running. The Bucs trying to go quickly and get set. And they'll find Akins there, complete. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jordan Akins from 8 yards out. And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 5. At time, a huge factor. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now Lance. He's got Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Lance looking to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Lance. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Lance back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for two. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Brady. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
We're time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they like to get the midfield or so they have a chance to get home there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One final try now for Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, it took us until the final play charge to officially decide a winner. On that last play, they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for New Orleans, it's a win here in their home opener as they...
Better, petty don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. No more remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking that funky, get about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money.